Members will please take your seats. We're going to continue. We have a couple of morning orders we did not get to. But to my colleagues in the House, y'all know how this works. Sometimes you get the blame and sometimes you get the acclaim, right? But I want to share that with y'all. Chief Justice Boggs just acknowledged this House a few minutes ago. He called my name, but it was this House that did exceptional work last year with Speaker Ralston and with Representative Oliver and Representative Jones, the work y'all are doing, that we're all doing when it comes to address mental health issues in our state, along with compassionate people like the Chief Justice. Let's give all ourselves a hand here. Well, we complete those elegant remarks by recognizing Representative Al Williams and Chairman DeLoach. If you would accompany him, and Whip Burchett. He needs company, he needs chaperoning. Representative Williams is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Always good to be able to share with you, but this morning is particularly good. If I can get a picture, there we go. I want you to have the opportunity to see an unknown hero, but certainly a Georgia hero who happens to be from Liberty County. And unbelievably, his life kind of changed in 1970. His wife went to the hospital to deliver. Unfortunately, they lost the baby, and then she had to have blood. Afterwards, he went to pay for the blood, and they told him the blood was donated. It changed his life. In 1972, he became a blood donor. For over 50 years, every 56 days, he gives blood, which amounts to over 30 gallons of blood. He saved a lot of lives. David Clark lives in Fleming, Georgia, and he is truly a Georgia hero. And both the gentlemen, Whip and Representative Loach, both have relationships with him. With the kind permission of the Speaker, I'd like to yield the remainder of my 1 hour to Representative Loach and the Whip.
Just thank you, David, for your friendship over the years and for what you've meant both to Liberty County and to the entire state of Georgia. Thank you.
He waves, so I'll take the rest of the time. With that, Mr. Speaker, thank you, and I yield the well.
Wow. Representative Williams, I know you're correct. A true American hero, saving lives. And to my thanks and congratulations to all of our fellow men, especially Georgians who are blood donors. It's something we should all consider. If you've never done it, whether it's plasma or giving blood, you should consider it. It makes you feel good. We're going to move on now to afternoon orders. Representative Kendrick is recognized for an afternoon order. Representative Donahue, hold it, wait a minute. You're next, Representative Donahue. Here's Representative Kendrick right now. Take your time, you're good.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, colleagues. It is that time of year. Many of you that have been here know what that means. It is time for my annual birthday rant. Because my birthday is in August and I don't get to hear the speaker call out my name and hear everybody stand and applause, and I don't think it's fair. So, if your birthday is outside of the legislative session, stand up, wave your hands so that our colleagues can give us a round of applause.
stand with you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield the will.
That was a good announcement, a good afternoon order. I like it. I'm going to invite Representative Donahue to come down to bring us a very special afternoon order. Before you do, I'm going to ask the clerk of this house to ring the bell, and then I'm going to ask you to explain why he's ringing the bell, if you will, sir. Mr. Clerk. Representative Donahue is recognized for a very special afternoon order.
Thank you. Back in May, we had an experience. A lot of you people here have gone through an experience called. We were in a primary, and my bride, next week will be 42 years. 4 days before the primary election, we found out that she had -3 breast cancer, a pretty large aggressive tumor. So with that, the travel and the journey continued to go. 16 chemo treatments, an ultrasound, a lot of prayer from here, and everywhere I went to speak, people came up and said, "We're praying for Elaine." They didn't care about me. That was okay. They were praying about Elaine. With that being said, God is good. To show you how good God is, they can't find the tumor. Yesterday, she was able to ring the bell, and after they went in and looked everywhere, they said, "You're cancer free." So praise our Lord. Thank y'all.
Last time I checked, this is a family, and we are proud of Elaine and proud for Elaine, and thank God for blessing us all, but especially prayers are answered. So thank you, members, for supporting Representative Donahue and Elaine, and we just continue to pray that she'll remain that way. Representative Reese is recognized for an afternoon order. Representative Teddy Reese.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll be joined by Representative Mathis and Representative Frazier. Colleagues, today is a very special day in my life and for me and my family. Today is my grandmother's 89th birthday. And I asked my colleagues here to stand with me because she currently resides in Representative Mathis' district, and she was born and raised in Representative Frazier district, Burke County. My grandmother didn't get a chance to finish the 10th grade because she was called in by the family in which her parents were sharecroppers. She spent most of her life picking cotton in fields and doing what she had to do to survive. But Mr. Speaker, she was persistent, and she retired from the state of Georgia, working 32 years cleaning floors and beds and toilets for people with disabilities and disabled veterans at Central State Hospital in Milledgeville, Georgia. So today I say happy birthday, grandmother. I love you. You're the best, Carrie Lou Harden. Thank you so much.
Grandmothers are wonderful. Leader F. Stration is recognized for an afternoon order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to recognize a dear friend of mine who's here at the Capitol today, Guy Camuso, who's the father of Craig Camuso, who many of y'all know is here. Guy and I got to know each other as practicing attorneys in Gwinnett County. Guy is a veteran of the Vietnam War, served honorably, and got his law license, and now works as the attorney assigned to the mental health court in Gwinnett County. So he helps veterans who are going through the mental health court with his experience as a veteran himself. He's a tremendous leader. I know that he's here at the Capitol today walking around with Craig. If you see Guy, please shake his hand and thank him for his service to his country and his state. And thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield the will.
That completes afternoon orders. Mr. Clerk, will you read the caption to a group of privileged resolutions?
Honoring the life and memory of Elliot Levitas. Recognizing and commending Dr. Florence Fasan. Recognizing and commending Dr. Yasin Hall. Congratulating Alexa Guerin for her outstanding performance at the 2022 National Derby Rallies and the 2022 World Championship. Recognizing and honoring the members of the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee. Recognizing October 2 through 6, 2023 as Georgia PK Week. Recognizing March 12, 2023 as Nathaniel William Clark Day at the State Capitol. Honoring the province of Sin's status as a sister state with Georgia. Commending the Georgia residents who have type 1 diabetes and whose families continually educate and advocate. And recognize March 14, 2023 as Type 1 Diabetes Day at the State Capitol, and recognizing and commending Captain Rabu Hamasu Yadudu. And for other purposes, that completes the reading of the privileged resolutions.
Is there any objection to adopting the privileged resolutions? Chair hears none, and the resolutions are adopted. We do have some announcements. Chairman Corbett is recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Rural Caucus will meet upon adjournment over at the Ag Building across the road. Lunch will be served, sponsored by Farm Bureau. Thank y'all.
Chairman Hawkins is recognized for an announcement.
Committee on Health will meet today at 2 o'clock in 403 Capitol.
Chairman Billy Mitchell is recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The House Democratic Caucus will meet for lunch 12:30 and 6:05. As I emphasized, lunch will be served. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Dewey McClain is recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Democratic House delegation will meet at 1:30 in room 514. The Democratic House delegation will meet in room 514, the CLOB. The Gwinnett House delegation will meet. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I think his battery's dead, maybe he can't hear you. It's a good thing he doesn't sit in the back. Leader Illustration is recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Speaker. We will have a chairman's lunch in room 403 upon adjournment. 403 upon adjournment.
Chairman Deloach is recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. All freshman members, please hear this. The mandatory ethics training schedule for 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon has been rescheduled for noon tomorrow. You're welcome to bring your lunch and eat it during the training. 506 CLOB. I'll see you there.
5:06 tomorrow at noon for ethics training. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Jasmine Clark is recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The GLBC will meet at 12:30 today for a lunch and learn, and at 4 o'clock today via Zoom. Also at 2 o'clock p.m., the House Democratic Caucus Policy Committee will hold a hearing and cap 2:30 at 2 o'clock. So not at 2:30, in 2:30 at 2 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
In 2:30 at 2 o'clock. Got it. Chair Lady Lynn Smith is recognized for an announcement.
Good afternoon, everyone. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, Natural Resource Committee will be meeting. Both our committees will be there to have hearings on the bills before the committee. Thank you. That completes our announcements. We do have pages today.
They're down front. If you have a page, I urge you to join us up front so we can. If you could communicate this to Representative Williams before you have to talk so loudly, we'd be glad to recognize you for another announcement. Could you do that?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Representative McLean is recognized to complete an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Working Family Cox will have lunch tomorrow at 12 o'clock in 307. And since we're coming in at 1:30, I just wanted y'all to be aware that you all can come in and have lunch at 307, Working Family Caucus at 12 o'clock. 307, Working Family Caucus tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
No, he wouldn't. Everyone else heard him except you, evidently. That completes our announcements on, wait a minute, I better do this first. The majority leader of this House is recognized for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that this House stand adjourned until 1:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 9th, 2023.
Members, thank you for your attention today. It was a good day. We heard some good information. On the motion of the majority leader that this House stand adjourned until 1:30 tomorrow, Thursday, March the 9th, 2023. All those in favor will say aye. All opposed will say no. Oh, wait a minute. All those in favor will say aye. Opposed, no. I got it. The ayes have it. We're adjourned.